I've got a very short deals and finds today. Just some stuff I picked up at the thrift store and then at a surplus store near me. So at the thrift store, I got a woodland boonie, and you know these days I'm buying just about anything in woodland because it's just getting so scarce. And also there was a woodland helmet cover, and I thought I'd go ahead and get that. I got a couple helmets, and I thought it couldn't hurt to get that. And like I said, this stuff's just getting scarcer and scarcer. And then I found myself over in Crestview, Florida, and I stopped in at A&S Tactical, which is a kind of a satellite of the surplus store that I go to in Fort Walton. And it's got a lot less stuff, but it's got some interesting stuff. And I got another lid to the ILBE pack. Now, it's interesting about the lids. There were, what, 5 versions of this lid? The Gen 1 was a version, and you can tell it because all of the buckles would be black. And they actually had one there, but I just didn't see any reason to get it. I wasn't sure that the buckles would match. I'm sure they would, but I wasn't positive. And besides, I didn't see any reason. It doesn't have anything going for it really that the Gen 2 doesn't have. And then there are like 4 versions of the Gen 2. And if you want to read more about it or see more about it, there's a website called ILBE Surplus. And they sell all the packs and the lids. I think they're out of the packs right now, but they've got the lids in stock. And I was able to get this one for like 10 bucks. So I was happy because I think they're about 20 bucks online or more. And so this is a Gen 2, but it's a Gen 2 that is a little different from the Gen 2 that I already had. So this is the outside of the lid, and this is the inside of the lid. And you can tell that from the label. Well, this inside lid has 2 straps and 2 layers of PALS webbing. And you say, well, so what? Well, look at this. So this is the lid that I already had with my pack. And this is also a Gen 2, but as you can see, it's bare on the inside. So there were like 4 versions of the Gen 2. And one difference is the size of the mouth of the zipper, the length of the zipper. They made a short one, which I don't have. So I just thought I'd go ahead and get a second one so that now I have both versions. And if you are one of my 5 faithful and watched the video, I think just prior to this, where I talk about turning this lid into a messenger bag, if you had this version of the Gen 2, then you have 2 sides with which to put stuff on and make more use of it as a messenger bag. So that's just something to think about. So there you see, if I were to make a messenger bag out of this version of the Gen 2, I would have not only PALS webbing on the outside, but then this inside would also serve, and I could not only put something there, but I have these straps that I could maybe secure a jacket or something like that. And it's just one more thing that you could do to give it a little more use. Now, one thing I am going to do, regardless of whether I use this as a messenger bag or as a lid for my ILB, is I'm going to take that down. These things are huge, and I already have taken those down to a lot smaller, say about 3/4 of the original size. They're great pulls. They're wonderful. You grab them with gloves on, and they're meaty and pull them, but I just think they're a little big, and so I'm going to take them down a notch. Hey, thanks for watching.